Welcome to our next development diary. Today we will explain features which make playing Way of the Hunter authentic experience: day and night cycle, wind and weather systems, and animal life cycles. Animals in Way of the Hunter feed and drink at different places during different times of the day. If you want to be a successful hunter, you need to be in the right place at the right time. You don't need to roam the land waiting for a certain hour. Hunters can use a sleep function in lodge, cabins and camps in order to set time to embark on a hunting adventure. You can learn more about this in the previous diaries. It is still worth mentioning that the time flies differently in Way of the Hunter than it does in the real world. 1 hour during the day in Way of the Hunter is 4 times faster than an hour in the real world. On the other hand, during the night, the time goes 6 times faster. Day and night cycle is also important when it comes to aging of the animals. If you see a promising animal, keep an eye on it for several in-game days, for a chance to have the highest trophy rating as well as the majestic trophy for your lodge. Last but not least, day and night cycle is also important for the immersion of the game. Watching the sunrise before going out for a hunt simply never gets old. Exploring and hunting in a world where sun shines all the time would be boring. Our wind and weather systems are here to help. They make the world alive and rich. Imagine, for example, that suddenly the sky starts getting cloudy, then the wind arises, and eventually a major thunderstorm starts. Wind conditions also impact the atmosphere of the game. Bushes, branches and trees shake and bend based on the wind intensity. But more importantly, the wind intensity also impacts the gameplay. When the wind is strong and you stay downwind, animals will detect your smell. Make sure you approach the animal from the right direction. There is a HUD icon on some difficulties, which will help you to understand wind's direction and speed. However, if you play Way of the Hunter on the highest difficulty, you need to assess the direction and speed of the wind based on the movement of the trees, bushes and branches. Also keep an eye on the weather forecast located in the hunting map. We put a lot of effort into making animal behavior authentic. Animals live in their natural habitats according to several life cycles. This is essential to keep in mind when you are out there hunting. Predators like bears, foxes and wolves, for example, have huge feeding areas encapsulating territories of their prey. It is much easier to find them during drinking and resting hours in comparison when they are searching for food. Similar to predators, small game animals have bigger feeding zones in comparison to the resting zones. They do not drink and they spend most of the day dividing into eating and resting. Big game animals like red deer, for example, are highly mobile. They spend most of the day dividing between activities such as eating, resting, drinking and traveling. Their need zones have similar size and tend to be spread further away. Last but not least, we have birds like geese and wild ducks. They spend most of their day flying from feeding to feeding zone and with a couple of hours resting. All animal need zones are divided between preferred and secondary need zones. The preference is then randomly generated at the start of each new game. However, do not forget that the hunting pressure will change the preferences based on your hunting habits. Hopefully, you will find uncovering details behind the life cycles as enjoyable as we found making it. Good hunting and see you next time!